Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different on the channel. We're heading out to Associated Auctioneers in West Friendship, Maryland to pick up some winnings that I got from an online auction last week. I bid on a lot of 9 different model cars and actually won them. So really excited to get out there and pick those up, so come along with me and let's take a ride and see what we won. So I'm back from the auction. I've got my auction stash with me and I'm going to get ready to open some of these up. I am, well, a little disappointed in what I came home with. I should have known better than to buy into an auction without doing a preview first. I knew all of the boxes were opened. They look like they've been sitting probably in the garage for 20 years. They've got they've got that kind of funk that you get when cardboard gets wet, so that's not good. Haven't looked in any of these yet. Going to do that next and see what's in them. I actually looked in 2 of them before I left the auction and saw that the 2 that I looked at were in fact apparently not complete kits. And unfortunately it was 2 of the ones that I wanted to keep and not put on eBay. So I don't know what I'm going to actually wind up doing with that. May part them out, may sell them as an incomplete kit. We'll have to see. But for now, let's go ahead and start taking a look at what we've got, and maybe we'll dig into the boxes. Okay, so if we look right here, we can see the 3 lots that I won. The first lot here in the front has got the AMT 67 Ford Mustang GT Fastback. It also has the 1978 Little Red Truck and a 1984 Dodge Ram 2500 snap-together kit. So let's go ahead and dig into these. So as far as the box itself goes, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. This is one of the few ones that doesn't look like it has any water damage. The box itself is in pretty good condition. There's no real big whammies on the box or anything like that. This is the kit from 1994. So this kit is almost 30 years old, believe it or not. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we've got inside here. So this is one of the kits that it's not clear to me whether it is complete at this point or not, but we've got the instructions here, a little instruction book, typical AMT. We do have the decals, although for 30-year-old decals I wouldn't use them. We've got what looks to be the cab here, and we'll put that right there, and we've got the truck bed as well as the tailgate, so that's good so far. Let's see what else we've got in here. We've got the clear plastic pieces. We have what looks to be the interior with all the interior pieces inside there wrapped up. I don't think that's actually factory wrapping. Probably ought to open that up and see what's in there. We've got 4 tires and 2 axles. So far so good. We have the chrome wheels. Okay, this is looking up from where we are. We've got the grill. That's not bad. We've got the chassis. Of course, this is a one-piece chassis with all the details molded in, but this is a level 1 kit, so what do you expect? And then we've also got the front bumper here that again pins onto the body, and then we have 2 more chrome bits in here. We've got the rear bumper and what looks to be the front chrome bumper. So it actually, believe it or not, looks like this is a complete kit, although it is opened. The plastic looks to be in really good shape. And like I say, all the pieces seem to be here, so this one is probably going to go up on eBay as a complete kit. Alright, so that's one complete kit. The next one we're going to take a look at is this AMT 1967 Mustang Fastback. This is one of the kits, hopefully you can see that there. The box does have some damage on it. This is the Mustang GT. It has the 289 V8. Supposedly has 115 parts. I guess I can count them to see what's in there. And you can see sort of the box art on the side here. This one is dated 1994 also, so another kit that's probably going on 30 years. So let's open this up and take a look at what's inside. Now this is one that it looks like our previous owner wanted to just open up and work with, I guess, for whatever reason. So let me pull these parts out. Alright, so this looks like it's another one that might be complete, albeit opened. I didn't count up to 114 pieces to look at all of the parts, but from what I can see, it looks like everything is there. We've got the one sprue that has the engine on it and some engine parts, so that's good. It's always good to see the original sprues in there. We've got another sprue here with some suspension parts and some wheel backings, it looks like, so that's good. We've got the chrome tree, which looks like it has been completely undisturbed. This may actually still be sealed in that plastic, it looks like. We have the body, which is in good shape, and the chassis, of course, also in good shape, along with the stock hood. So that goes right in there. We have 4 wheel backings. We have the rear end and the leaf springs. We've got our front seats here with the front seat backings. We've got the insides of the tub interior. We've got the dashboard. We've got the exhaust and the firewall. And what looks to be probably the back seats as well as the console. So those are all good things. We have the clear plastic, which has the headlights on it, as well as the windows, and then we have the 4 tires and the red taillights. Again, great to see all of this stuff in there. And then we also have the decal kit, so that's fantastic. So that's 2 for 2. We've got 2 complete kits. And the next one we're going to take a look at is this AMT 1978 Dodge Little Red Truck. This is actually one of the ones that I was hoping would come up as complete out of this lot, because I did want to build this. This and the Warlock were 2 of the kits that I built, I can't even tell you how many times when I was a teenager, just starting to build models, and I thought it would be great to kind of go back in time and relive that. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. So let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at what we've got inside. So this is another kit that has very little damage on the box, just some normal wear for a kit that is probably nearly 30 years old, at least, like some of these other ones have been. This looks like another kit that the previous owner had opened up. We have the instruction book that seems to be all in one piece. Looks old, but it is an old kit. So we have the body here, along with the interior. Oops, let me show you that. Okay, we have the body here, along with the glass, which is good, and the interior, which has molded in seats. It looks like it needs a little cleanup before I can get any paint on that if I do wind up building this one. We have the box. Again, not in bad shape. Actually, the plastic on this seems really thick compared to what they use nowadays. We have the chassis here. Again, not bad. Molded in kind of a, I don't know, a darkish gray. This is where things get a little squirrely. We have a big bag of parts. So we'll open that up to see what's in there in a moment. We have the chrome sprue, which appears unadulterated except for one of the wheels, which got taken off and put into one of the tires. And still inside here we have the grille. We have 2 metal axles. We've got the decal sheet nicely packed in there for us, and we have the tires. Oh, there's our other chrome wheel. So we do have all 4 chrome wheels there in the kit, so that's a good thing. And then we've got the exhaust in there, and we've got this really fun looking kind of racing hood. What I don't see in this kit is the stock hood, and that could be problematic unless I can find one on eBay if I actually do want to build this. So if anybody has one that they want to trade, hit me up and let me know. I'm going to go ahead and open that 1 bag of parts for this one and see what we've got in there and try to figure out if we're missing anything. So here's a closer look at what was in that bag of parts here for this Dodge Little Red truck. You can see they've got the engine here already built up. It looks like all of the parts are on there except for the valve covers, which are on the chrome tree. And the fan does not appear to be on there. That may be on the chrome tree as well. We've got the other under hood components, the radiator, the firewall, the radiator support, so on. We've got the front and the rear suspension pieces, which is good. This one's really cool. I didn't know it came with this. It comes with this little pneumatic floor jack, part of the kit there. That's fun. And a number of other pieces that go in various parts throughout the vehicle. Got the drive shaft, that's important. Down here, we've got the battery here, the other components. Oh, as well as a little toolbox here that goes along with the truck, I guess, for when it breaks down. You can put your tools in there. So it does look like this is almost complete except for the hood. So I may try to look to see if I can find something on eBay to get that stock hood for somebody who may be parting one of these kits out. Otherwise, except for that one part, it looks like everything is here. And that's really good news because, like I said, this is one of the kits that I actually wanted to build. So far we're doing pretty good. I really did not have big expectations after picking these up at the auction house and seeing what was involved in terms of the kits being opened and the parts being taken off the sprue. But so far we've got 2 complete kits that'll be going up on eBay. And we've got the little red truck that's got everything but the stock hood on it, and I'm fairly certain I can get that off of eBay. So let's move on to the next lot. So this was the second lot that I bid on and won. This had the AMT 62 Ford Thunderbird, which was the one in this lot that I wanted to build. It also has the old Lindbergh Color Me Gone 64 Dodge 330 super stock vehicle. I'm not a stock car builder. But maybe there's some parts in there that people can use, or maybe it's an entire kit. And then we also have the Monogram 40 Ford pickup street rod. Not really my thing, but we'll take a look in there and see what's involved, and maybe that's one that we can take home or put up on eBay. So let's start by looking at the Ford Thunderbird. I don't know what it was about this kit that sort of caught my attention. I never really thought about building the 62 Thunderbird before, but I just like the box art. That's actually a picture of the real car on there. So this is the AMT ERTL kit. You can see this is a convertible. It does look like it has or had a convertible top to it. You can see the pieces over there. This is another one from 2002, it looks like. So, wow, a kit that's 20 years old. It's amazing how some of these have been around for this long. So let's go ahead and open this one up too and see what we've got inside. Alright, so, oh boy, look at this. This is brand new in the box. This has not been opened. That's the body. I don't know what else I can say about that. That is the body. We've got the instruction manual here for the 62 Thunderbird. And then, oh, guys, this is brand new in the box. This has not been opened. Hallelujah. Look at that. This is fantastic. So we've got all of the parts in here. Everything is still on the sprues. We've got the red parts. We've got the white walls. We've got the tires. We've got everything in here. I'm not going to open this up because it's just beautiful, still wrapped up after the couple that we've seen so far. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back in the box. All right, next up is the Lindbergh Dodge 64 330 Superstock, the Color Me Gone version, which was Roger Lindamood's, it looks like, vehicle. This is a Lindbergh kit. I've done a few Lindbergh kits back in the day. Not bad kits. This one's dated 1996. So again, these are some really vintage kits, and they're all open. So they don't really have much collector's value, so if you want to build these, this is the time to do it. Now this looks like another one that has been opened by our previous owner. We have the body here, which really, I don't know how well that's showing up on the screen, but this is in really bad shape. this is going to need a nice, long, warm bath before anybody can put any sort of primer or any paint on that. But the body is there, the chassis is there as well. We have the obligatory bag of parts and pieces that we'll get back to in a few minutes. Here's the hood. You can see the cutouts there for, I guess, the air cleaners on this particular engine. And then we've got some parts that are still on the sprue, as well as it looks like the dashboard in there. We've got an empty box, an empty bag. Okay. We've got the decals, which actually look to be in pretty good shape for being as old as they are. How they'll hold up to actually getting used, who knows. And then we also have the chrome tree, which just to the quick eye looks like just about everything is still on it. And we have the glass. So this one looks like it's in pretty good shape. I don't want to call it complete yet until I look into the bag of parts, but it certainly looks like there is a lot of stuff here. What I'm trying to do here is get a sense of whether or not there are any parts missing. And I'm just doing that by just taking a quick look at what we have in the bag of parts. We have the engine here, which again has been assembled for us. The only thing that seems to be missing is the serpentine belt system. We've got the fan right there. You can see we've got the 4 pieces for the headers up here. We've got the 2 inner panels for the engine compartment. We've got some various pieces, the radiator, the bumper. It looks like here's the front suspension part, some other small pieces, a couple of radiator hoses are available to us there, as is the brake booster, and we have a pair of shock absorbers. There's 1 and 2. Then moving over here, we've got the radiator support, we've got the rear axle as well as the leaf springs, and then we've got the rear and the front seats as well as the back of the front seat. And we also have the dashboard and steering column as well as the hood scoop to go on the hood. And then we've got 4 tires here. We've got 2 that have the steel wheels on them, and not sure where the other 2 are. Don't know whether they're on the sprue or not, but we certainly know that there are 2 chrome wheels on the sprue because there they are. So that's a good thing. What I don't see on this sprue anywhere are, oh no, there it is. We do have the fan belts there. So, you know what? I'm going to call this one complete. So, we're up to 3 complete kits. It's not the prettiest kit. It's not going to get the biggest price on eBay, but everything's there. And if somebody wants this kit or wants to build it or wants it for parts, we have got a complete kit. So, let me pack this one back up and see. And number 3 out of this lot is the Monogram 40 Ford pickup street rod. This is another older Monogram kit. Hard to tell when this is from, but you can kind of see sort of the side art. Again, this box is fairly beat up. It's seen better days for sure, but again, for a kit that's at least dated 1985. Wow, take a look at that, guys. 1985. Is that focusing? I don't know if that's focusing or not. Something dated 1985 like that, for it to still be around and still be in its original box. Again, it's open, but if you're into 40 Fords or pickups or street rods, this might be a fun one to build. So here we have our parts. We've got our chassis. We have our instruction book that looks like it's had a rough time of it. Here's our standard obligatory bag of cut apart parts. We've got the frame ladder chassis. We've got the cab here. We've got the hood, louvered hood. So that goes on there. We've got some more sprue parts. Looks like maybe running boards and some hinges. We've got the chrome tree. I got the chrome tree here, which really is amazingly shiny for being made the year before I graduated high school. Then we have our clear parts, and I'm pretty sure I saw the red parts in there as well as a little bug in there, so we'll get rid of that. But yeah, there's the firewall. Yeah, we've got a bug, so we'll get rid of that. Okay, so this one's the biggest dud so far of all of them that we've picked up. Don't know why my camera's not quite focusing. There's a lot going on, I guess. We do have, like I showed you before, the cab. We've got the chassis, the body. We have the four-piece engine, or the four-piece pickup bed, which is nice. We have two of the fenders for what looks like the back. We've got the hood. We have both sides of the engine itself. We have the suspension parts here. Some other parts, some other body-related parts. Maybe that's the window frame. Hard to tell. Some more suspension parts. We've got two running boards. We've got two complete door sets. We have the interior base. What we don't have, or at least not that I see, is this part here where it looks like, unless I'm looking at this wrong, the hood, no, you know what? I'm looking at it wrong. That hood sits right on top like that. So there is no added part there, and then the body kind of slips in behind it. So that is, you know what? I'm going to call this one complete too. So that's kind of exciting, guys. I'm happy to see that all of these parts are here. And that is, well, let's call that 3 out of 4. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and call it 4 out of 4 because they've all got the parts in them that they need to get. So we're coming down the home stretch now. And here's the last lot from this auction win. This has got the AMT ERTL 62 Chevy 409, Bel Air 409. I built that a couple of times and I have one in the stash too. There's also the 64 Impala SS and the 69 Dart GTS. I got this lot because I was aiming for that Dodge Dart GTS. So I'm going to save that one for last, and maybe we can end this video on an up note with something else that I can put in the to build pile. Let's go ahead and start off by looking at the 62 Bel Air 409. This is an AMT kit, again, like I mentioned. This is not a bad kit. I've built this one before. This one, the box does have some damage to it. Some looks like water or maybe humidity damage to it, but otherwise is in fairly good shape. This is another older kit. This one's dated 1993. Whether this is actually the 1993 kit or not, you know, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. So this is the Bel Air 409. Let's open her up and see what we've got. So here we go. We've got the body and the interior tub and the chassis all nicely nestled together for us. So that's a positive. Oh, and guess what? Bag of parts. We'll come back to that. We have our instruction manual, which looks to be all in one piece. And we do have, along with the instruction manual, we do have decals, which is good. What else do we have inside here? Let's open up and take a look. We have, looks like tires here. We've got the American Racing, I guess those are Torque Flight, as well as some engine components there, which looks to be pretty nice. Nice engraved Offenhauser valve covers. We have our hood. Okay, so that goes on there. We have a chrome piece, a chrome tree, I should say, not a chrome piece, that looks to be complete. So this is good. This is looking up, guys. Clear pieces, actually nice clear pieces, fairly nice for being as old as they are. We've got 4 tires in here, along with the missing Torque Flight wheel. So we've got a full set of those. And then we have the 4 little tiny red tail lights, which is, I recall from the kit that I built, a royal pain to manipulate, but that's okay. It is what it is. And then we have, oh look, you can subscribe to the blueprinter. I wonder what happened if you sent that back. Probably gets sent back to you in the mail. So along with the parts that we already showed you, this one too looks like it's complete. Although I don't understand people that build their kits this way. I leave the parts on the sprue until I'm ready for them, but to each their own. We have a full exhaust set. We have the firewall, front and rear seats. We have 4 sets of the steel wheels. If we choose to do those, if the builder chooses to do those, we'll go down this row here and look at some more of the front suspension parts, the springs, the rear suspension parts, and I guess some shackles there, as well as the radiator. And we've got our battery, some other small odds and ends. We've got the fan here, as well as the fan belts, and what looks to be a complete engine kit, from the exhaust headers to the dual carburetors. We have the steering wheel, steering column, steering shaft, as well as the dashboard, and hinges for the hood are still there. And then up here at the top you can see we've got the stock heads. So that's exciting. This looks like it's another part, or another kit I should say, that is complete, albeit opened, but complete vintage kit. So that's great. So that gives us 4 out of 5 so far. Next up is the 64 Chevy Impala SS. This is another AMT kit from back in the day. This one's dated 1989. You can see the box art there. It looks like you can build a custom version or a stock version. Again, box has a little bit of damage at the top here, but no, rips or tears or anything like that. Okay. So let's go ahead and dig in and see what he left us here. So it looks like we have in here, once again, our body, our interior tub, and our chassis all put together there for us. Looks like a simplified chassis on this one with the built-in exhaust and built-in rear suspension. Bag of parts. Gotta have a bag of parts. We have our chrome tree, which seems to be unadulterated. We have our hood. Now this plastic looks like you could also use a wash before getting any kind of painting done. But we do have our clear parts, and there is a set of decals in there as well. And we also have, this looks like it's had a rough life. Maybe put out to the sun, you can see how faded this top is. But this is a very simplistic instruction book here. So this one is looking like it's in pretty good shape. We've got the 2 metal axles in there as well. So let's go ahead and dig into our bag of parts. All right, I'm pleasantly surprised here. Let's start up here at the top. We've got 2 full sets of tires. We have, I guess, the tires for the custom wheels, and then we have the plain white sidewall tires. We've got all 4 wheel backers. You can see in this one he's already gone ahead and put the Krager SS type rim in one of those. The other 3 are on the chrome tree. And we also have the stock chrome hubcaps, the other 3 being on the tree as well. We've got our engine parts here. It looks like a complete engine to me. I don't see any parts missing here. Firewall, we've got the radiator shroud. Over here we've got some custom parts for if you want to build this as a custom front end, hood scoop, and so on. We've got 2 sets of seats here, a custom sort of, I guess, a leather looking front seat, and then the stock front seats. Steering wheel and dashboard are included in here, so these are all positives. We've got some additional engine parts. We have the red, you can see taillight setups for the back of this. Both of those are there. And we've got the exhaust headers as well as the ring for the fan. So it looks like everything is here on this one. Again, a nice vintage Impala SS kit for anybody who might want to build this. Alright, and here is the one that I wanted probably just as much as the other two, the Thunderbird and the Little Red Express truck. This is a 69 Dart GTS. This one is from Revell, and this kit is dated 1995. You can see here the box art. This box is in fairly good shape. It's got a little fading along the top, but otherwise the box art looks really nice. Something about this kit I just really dig, and I'm hoping that this kit turns out to be as complete as the others. And there's only one way to find that out, and that's to go ahead and dig in. So, let's see what we've got here. First up is the body. Okay, so that's good. Got to start with the body. We have the interior with the dashboard sort of stuck in place already. And you can see this is going to have, going to be looking for a separate console and separate seats. We have the undercarriage, which looks like one of the more detailed ones. This is a multi-piece chassis. We have our standard bag of parts that we will take a look at in a minute. In this case, we also have some additional parts included in another bag of parts. Great, 2 bag of parts. And this is the one that I wanted the most. And you know what? What I don't see in here as I dump this out and look at it, oh no, here we go. I'm wrong. There's the glass. So we do have the glass. I didn't see it. I was looking for a one-piece glass sprue, but in this case they've got the individual windows. So that's exciting. We can subscribe to 1 year of classic trucks for $9.95. We also have some decals, which again appear to be in pretty good shape, but I don't know that I'm going to use those because upon closer look they're not really in that great shape. So maybe I'll try and get some aftermarket decals for this. We've got another offer for more of Classic Truck Magazine. If anybody knows if that's still out there, leave me a comment. We've got the chrome sprue, which looks pretty unadulterated. It looks like it has all of the parts on it that are supposed to be there. That's good. So in the first bag of parts we have the hood, we have the oil pan, we have some radiator hoses, steering wheel, the wheel backs, front suspension, the exhaust, and the rear suspension. So those are all positives. We've also got some random engine parts there that I'm not going to bag up until I open bag of parts number 2 to make sure that the rest of the engine's there. So in the second bag we have the front seats, both the front and the back of those seats. The back seat is already molded into the interior tubs, so we don't need to worry about that. We do have both engine halves as well as the water pump. We've got some heads here. We've got a fan belt as well, and we saw the fan come out of the first set. So that looks like to me to be a complete engine. There's our air cleaner. This is the top of the dashboard, so that'll go in the interior. We've got the firewall as well as the radiator support, radiator housing, some other engine parts. There's the intake manifold, so that goes up there with the engines. We've got the red parts. These are the taillights. That's outstanding. We've got nicely molded brake and gas pedals there. Some shock absorbers, nicely separately molded sun visors, that's nice, and the bell housing for the rear, as well as some other engine components and some shock absorbers. So it looks like, despite my initial fears that I might have taken advantage of, it does look like all of these kits, with the exception of 1 or 2 things, are complete. So that's exciting. I'll be able to put the 6 kits that I want to sell, I'll be able to put those on eBay, and hopefully I'll be able to build the other 3 that I do want to build eventually. So thank you all for watching me. I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment, a like, and a subscribe, and I will see you next time.